Hello, and welcome to this quiz to see how much you remember about the characters that make up the details of the Gospel stories. 20 questions. Let's begin. Question 1. Where did Mary and Joseph escape to when Herod killed all the babies in Bethlehem? Was it Ammon, Moab, Egypt, or Edom? Nice easy one to begin with. That was Egypt, featured in Matthew chapter 2. Question 2. John the Baptist ate, was it milk and honey, locusts and honey, unleavened bread, or figs and pomegranates? And that was locusts and honey in Matthew chapter 3. Question 3. Who was the elderly widowed prophetess in Jerusalem who saw Jesus as a baby? Was it Anna, Tabitha, Salome, or Rachel? And that was Anna in Luke chapter 2. Question 4. How old was Jesus when he was baptized? Was he 25, 30, 33, or 35? And he was 30 in Luke 3. Don't worry, these do get harder. Question 5. Who said to Mary, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb"? Was it Joseph, Elizabeth, Zechariah, or Simeon? And that was Elizabeth, from Luke chapter 1. Question 6. What gift did Salome ask for after she danced for Herod? Was it half the kingdom, John the Baptist's dead body, John the Baptist's head, or some money? And she asked for John the Baptist's head in Matthew chapter 14. Question 7. What was Peter's profession? Was he a fisherman, a tax collector, a carpenter, or a tent maker? And Peter was a fisherman, as told in Mark chapter 1. Question 8. Which disciple looked after Mary after the death of Jesus? Was it James, Peter, Simon, or John? And that was John, from John chapter 19. Question 9. What does the name Matthew mean? Does it mean the Lord is here, gift of the Lord, treasures of the Lord, or the Lord is merciful? And Matthew means gift of the Lord, and that appears in Mark chapter 2. Question 10. In which gospel does Jesus state that he is the bread of life? Is that Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John? And that's in the Gospel of John, chapter 6 to be precise. Question 11. How many silver pieces did Judas Iscariot betray Jesus for? Was it 20, 25, 30, or 40? And that was 30 in Matthew chapter 26. You're doing ever so well. Keep it up. What proportion of his goods did Zaccheus give away to the poor? Was it a quarter, a third, a half, or all of them? And he gave away half of them, as told in Luke chapter 19. Question 13. What was the affliction of Bartimaeus? Was he deaf, dumb, blind, or lame? Bartimaeus was blind. You find him in Mark chapter 10. Question 14. Who was the father-in-law of Caiaphas, the high priest at the time of Jesus' death? Was it Pilate, Justus, Julius, or Annas? That was Annas, described in John chapter 18. Question 15. In what town did Martha and Mary live? Was it Bethlehem, Bethel, Bethany, or Bethsaida? They lived in Bethany, described in John chapter 11. Question 16. What was the name of James and John's father? Was he Zebedee, Alphaeus, Zacharias, or Philip? And their father was called Zebedee, referenced in Mark chapter 3. Question 17. Who was Nicodemus? Was he a Pharisee, a Sadducee, a scribe, or a zealot? And he was a Pharisee. You find him in John chapter 3. Question 18. Which ruler of the synagogue asked Jesus to heal his sick daughter? Was it James, Jairus, Nicodemus, or Joseph? And that was Jairus in Mark chapter 5. Question 19. In what town did Jesus turn water into wine? Was that Bethany, Jerusalem, Cana, or Capernaum? And that was Cana, described in John chapter 2. And question 20. In the Sermon on the Mount, what did Jesus say would happen to the meek? Was it that they will obtain mercy? They will be lifted up. They shall see God. Or they will inherit the earth. And they will inherit the earth in Matthew chapter 5. So how did you do? I think you were amazing. Until next time, goodbye and God bless.